What the hell? What the? Why is there a ringneck on the crawl? Look at that. Uh-oh. Hey, no! Ow!
Why'd we avoid that thing?
Ouch! All right, everyone. Good evening. I am out here tonight doing some coastal hiking tonight. Trying a different spot. Gonna meet up with some buddies. Hopefully see some cool stuff. We'll see how it goes. Also, in case you noticed, I forgot my hiking boots. So I'm gonna be down here for the next couple days and I'm gonna be doing all of my hiking in sandals. We'll see how bad my feet kill me by the end of this. There's a big pack of coyotes.
What is it?
Well, it hasn't exactly been a busy night out here. It's midnight at this point, but we got a little ludicrous pseudacris or something. I don't know. It's late. We're tired. Couple. Come here. Be my friend. All right, well, we got a western toad on the trail. Not exactly the toad I was after tonight, but it is something. Nice. Another little Virgilla. All right, everyone. Well, it was definitely a very slow night. Saw a couple of amphibians, no reptiles to speak of, but it's all right. Got all day tomorrow to herp. Gonna get some sleep for the night, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. We're gonna spend today up in the mountains doing some hiking and flipping. As you can see here, I don't know how well you can see, but everything is soaking wet because we have had some pretty extensive rains over the last week or so in the mountains. There's been a lot of moisture and we've gotten a lot of rain. So we're gonna do some flipping a little bit and some hiking as well. See if we can get lucky, find some cool stuff. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys with our first find. Well, we're definitely hot on the trail. Look at that. This is an otter shed. Pretty cool. Oh no, please don't bite me, good sir. What a terrible fate this would be. Oh no, he's biting me. Give it all you got, little buddy. But yeah, something on the day. I know it's not too exciting, but I think they're cute. And those nice blue tails are pretty awesome too. Go on, get. Go on, get. What the hell? What the? Why is there a ringneck on the crawl? Well, that's cool. Oh, he's pooping. Beautiful, kind of army green ringneck just on the crawl this morning. First snake of the day, first snake of the trip. That's awesome, actually. Don't get ringnecks on the crawl during the daytime hardly ever, and I think for me it's almost always been afternoon. I don't think I've ever seen this in the morning, so how about that? Very cool. Love me a good ringneck snake. I haven't seen one in quite a while. I mean, you don't often see them in the fall. It's usually just in the spring. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if I've ever seen a ringneck in the fall, and I can't say that I think I have. If I have, it's been quite a while and it's not a frequent encounter, so super stoked on that. Awesome. All right, super stoked on that. Nice ringer. I guess for once, no need to release him under ground cover. Just set him back down in the grass. It's kind of a crazy find like this. Pretty sweet. Here goes his tail. That's that, folks. Alrighty, everybody. It's about 11 a.m. Warming up pretty nicely. As you can see, the monsoonal stuff is definitely starting to take shape. And since I didn't flip anything but found a snake on the crawl, I am going to do a bit of road cruising right now and see if I can find some more stuff out. We'll see how it goes. Well, there we go, folks. That's a cool find. I haven't seen one of these in quite a while. We have a little baby Blainville's horned lizard. Look at that thing. So awesome. Honestly, one of the coolest lizards around. So sweet. So yeah, these guys are really awesome little lizards. And unfortunately, in pretty steep decline across much of their range due to development and introduction of non-native ant species, believe it or not. So these guys eat our native ants, but can't eat non-native Argentine ants. And that introduced ant species outcompetes our native species, thus reducing their food source by a lot. So they've been extirpated from quite a few areas, unfortunately. But you can still find them around in less developed areas, such as this one, which I am always happy to do so. These guys are awesome. Definitely favorite find of the day so far. Super sweet lizard. All right, we are gonna escort this guy off the road so he doesn't get hit. Come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah, perfect. All right. And yeah, look at that camouflage. They are quite tough to spot unless they're sitting in some asphalt or something. Very cool. Something on the road, super stoked. Gonna keep herping. The monsoonal is starting to pop off. Got some storms forming. That one over there. All right, everyone. Well, cruised for a couple hours. Did find that horny toad, which was nice. But other than that, not too productive. So I'm gonna transition back into some hiking and flipping. The weather is a bit nicer than it was earlier. It's cooled down a bit. Still some good moisture, so we'll see if this yields us anything. All right, it's officially that time of day. We got thunder. We got some light rain in the area. Don't know if I'll be able to stay dry on this hike, but I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere and I'm just gonna keep pushing on. We'll see what happens. Thunder's getting kind of crazy from this thing. It's like pretty much constant. Doesn't stop rumbling at all. All right, it's finally starting to get ugly out here. So I'm gonna get back to the car. Probably head to a different area for my afternoon, evening window. Well, I ain't gonna pretend it's the most exciting find ever, but I did just get to save a tarantula from getting squished, which I'm happy about. He seems a bit less happy about it. But yeah, nice. We're finding critters. Hopefully this will be the first of many. Very nice. We will hook this guy across. And hopefully out of harm's way. Go on. Yeah. All right, cool. Keep moving. Man, when you look closely, look how fast those clouds are expanding. Well, how about that, folks, right there? Look at that. We have a Crotalus oreganus helleri and a southern Pacific rattlesnake just barely poking his head out underneath this little ledge. Very cool. I just noticed as well, close to his eyes, quite deep in shed, so probably can't see the best right now, but there you go. Nice southern Pacific. That's pretty cool. Just got out of the car to kind of walk along the side of the road for a minute, and I'm glad I did. Very cool. A herp. The classic western toad. I'm happy, at least I'm getting something out here. None of the big targets, but that's cool. I'm gonna be finishing up this pass that I'm on right now. And then I'm gonna be meeting up with some buddies back down in the city where we're gonna be looking for some non-native geckos. Yeah, so assuming I don't see anything else between here and there, I will see you guys down in some urban habitat. All right, I just turned around. I can't guarantee that it's still gonna be here. There it is. All right, so we are, as promised, in some kind of crappy urban habitat. There is a colony of Moorish geckos at this location. So that's the main target. So we're gonna see if we can find and maybe even catch one if we're lucky. but don't know how that's gonna go. Is that one right there? No, it's just the hinge. Okay, all right, well, we'll see. All right, well, there we go. That didn't take too much effort, and we got one of these. Second one we saw, got one in hand. Nice little Moorish gecko. Reminds me of the ringed wall geckos a little bit. Obviously, this guy is not a full-grown adult, but we got one. Super stoked on that. Another new lifer for me. Heck yeah. And a new one for the series. Super stoked. Definitely not your typical herping experience. I'll take it though. Super sweet. Look at that. Let's check that out. We just got number 2. This one's like way dark. He's got a regrown tail, but like, I mean, just look at the difference between those two lizards. It's like completely different morphs. That's really cool. I didn't know they were that variable. Look at that. Uh-oh. Hey, no! Ow!
Why do we avoid that thing?
Ouch! All right, everyone, that was a major success with the Moorish geckos. We're gonna go try for one more species of gecko right now that I still need to see down here. Access might be a bit of a problem though, so we'll see what happens when we get there. Check that out, big stick insect. All right, adding to the roster for tonight, the ever-present Mediterranean gecko. Look at that.
It's little.
Look at that, sleeping green anole.
Oh my god, that thing's so sick.
This is glowing. There's another sleeping green anole. Look at that. I'm just chilling in here. That's one, and then there was another one. Yeah, look, you can barely see him right there. That's cool. Just all up in this bush.
It's like hanging upside down.
Good morning, everybody. It's currently a little after 6 a.m. Pretty cold, pretty dark, and I'm going for a hike this morning. I mentioned it in my previous episode, but I just moved, and I'm up against this little hill here in Los Angeles County, and I want to do some exploring for herpetological purposes in these hills. There's definitely some cool stuff that lives there. A lot of your typical expected species, but the main white whale that I'm now going to have is that there are a couple records of mountain king snakes here in these hills. So that is going to be the main goal of this area, most likely for the next, I don't know, however long it takes. But anything I can find out here would be good. As I mentioned, it's pretty cold this morning. Actually, the first cold day in a while. I think it's about 59 degrees right now, and it probably hasn't been below the 60s at all for the last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna get out here this morning, do some habitat scouting, and maybe if I'm lucky, see some stuff out right as it's starting to warm up for the day. Still supposed to get up to almost 80 degrees today. So yeah, I'll see you guys with our first find. Wow. Man, not a sight I feel like I get to see nearly enough. Looking over the low clouds, hanging across the LA coastal basin. So beautiful. I mean, you can even see Saddleback over there in Orange County. Wow. And Jacinto way over there. That's gorgeous. All right, so there's our first herp of the day that I've actually seen. I did hear a lizard scurrying around a few minutes ago. Still pretty cool this morning, but on this nice sunny rock cut, we have a western fence lizard. Overlooking the clouds this morning. Beautiful. Another one living it up, getting some sun. There's the old side blotch lizard. All right, guys, well, we're pretty much out of here. We didn't really see much apart from our expected native lizards, but it was a nice hike regardless. Probably gonna get out this afternoon and do a pretty serious hike as well. So I will pick it back up with you guys later today. What's going on, everyone? Good afternoon. I'm out here today in an area that I really haven't spent hardly any time herping in, hitting a trail that I've never hiked before. So this is gonna be all new exploratory stuff. I'm in the San Gabriel Mountains, as I mentioned. And yeah, hopefully we get some stuff on the crawl. It's a relatively cool day around here for this time of year. Probably About 80 degrees. We're probably at about the peak heat for the day. And we're gonna see if we can find anything. Our main goal is this trail should eventually get way down into that riparian down there somewhere. So yeah, beautiful views. We'll see what we can find. All right, we've been walking for about 2 miles. Only been seeing, you know, your expected common lizard species so far. But we're just getting down into the riparian stuff. So it seems like there's some great habitat down here. We'll see what we can find. It's been a dry year. It's not too hard to imagine a scenario where instead of just a little puddle here, you have a nice flowing riparian canyon, but that is certainly not the case right now. It's beautiful, but dry down here, very dry. I mean, the lack of snakes really doesn't take away from the seriously dope habitat. This place is really, really cool. I'm quite impressed. I'll be back for sure. There is a tiny, tiny Pseudacris cadaverina frog down there. See if I can get him, but no promises. He's so small and in the grass, I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try. He's gone. There he is. Well, no guarantees that I'll be able to get it, but look at that. Striped racer. In here, I'll try. No promises, they can be tough. Oh, let's go. First caught striped racer in, gosh, probably 5 or 6 months. I've had really bad luck with these guys this year. But I was able to corner this guy in this bush. He started climbing the bush, so I was actually able to get him. Look at him. You gonna bite me? Sometimes they're bitier than others. This guy hasn't tried yet, but I'm honestly really happy with that. I've walked probably close to 15 miles today, and this is the first snake I've seen, so awesome. That's honestly a win as far as I'm concerned. I'm happy. He pooped on me, but it's okay. Worth it. Happy to see that today is not a snakeless day. Sweet. Awesome. I'll let this guy go back in his bush and we'll keep moving. He'll probably be the only snake today, but honestly, I'm okay with it. Look at it. Beautiful out here. Beautiful day. All right, good sir. Back into your manzanita. Just boom. Just like that. Gone. Yeah, I don't even see them anymore. They don't call them racers for no reason. Sweet. All right, you guys, just about getting back to the car here. Looks like it's gonna be a 1 snake day, but I'll take it. I've been getting skunked pretty frequently with the hiking lately, so I'm gonna end this episode off here. I wanna thank you all very much for watching. Not sure what my next excursion is gonna be, but I will get back to you guys when I get back out in the field. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.